Do you want to become a PLL pro? Learn these 21 algorithms and become one. All right, so in this video, I'm going to teach you all about how to quickly identify the last layer. This is a PLL video, so permutating the last layer. I have 21 algorithms to teach you, and I'm going to teach you how to quickly identify it. So when you see all of these patterns, how do I say, all right, I know what that algorithm is, I'm going to do it. The point of this video is really just to show you, like, again, in detail and in slowness, so how to slowly do it with the algorithm, again, down here below. Also an X move or a Y move. So when you're doing algorithms, occasionally you'll need to do a Y or an X move, and I'll show you how to do that. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so the first 4 algorithms you're going to have is going to be permutating the edges only. So essentially your corners are all solved, and you have to either swap your edges like this, like that, or kind of just move them like that. In this case, you know, all your corner pieces are completely intact, and you have to swap the edges like that from here to here and here to here. You can't hold it to where, like, these obviously don't swap like this, so you need to hold it to where it's either going to be red, orange, and green, or red and blue. Since I landed on red and blue here, I'll show you how to do that. So holding it like that to where, you know, one of your swapped edges is like this and the others are back here. You're going to hold it like this, and you're going to do M2, U, M2, U, M, U2, M2, U2, M, U2, U2. So I said U2, but I meant to say do it twice. The next one you're going to have is going to be similar looking. All of the corners are completely intact. And in this case, you have to swap it right in front of each other. So the red and the orange need to be swapped, and the green and the blue. So you can hold it in any direction because you're only swapping, you know, one way. So let's just say we hold it with the green and the blue. Boom. Awesome. So holding it just like this, you're going to go M2, U, M2, U2, M2, U, M2. And it is solved. And the next case you're going to have is you're going to have a solved bar completely here. And you're going to have, again, all your corners are going to be intact. And you're going to have to go either one of 2 ways. With the bar facing backwards, you're either going to go left or right. In this case, the green is over here. So the orange, red is going over here. So it's going to go left. So left, right, right. When it goes left, I do an R once. When it goes right, I do R twice. For whatever reason, I remember that. So in this case, it's going to go left. So all it's going to be is 1 R. So holding with this back bar in place, and you're going to be traveling from this side to the left, you're going to do the following algorithm. R, U prime, R, U, R, U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R2. And it's solved. All right, and the last of the 4 algorithms, again, the bar is completely solved in the back. And again, it could be any color. And unlike going from the left to the right to the left, you're going to go from left to the right. So orange needs to go to the right. So it's going to be 2 turns here. So holding it with this back bar in place, just like this, you're going to go R2, U, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime, U, R prime, in its own place. And that is all 4 algorithms you're going to need to know for permutating the edges only. Okay, so the next 3 algorithms I'm going to teach you is permutating the corners only. Meaning all your edge pieces are completely in the right place, but all your corners need to be swapped. However, you know, you'll have some identifiers here. So if I were to look at this case, I would notice that I have the corner all intact here. So, you know, these edge pieces are done and this corner's in place in the correct, you know, correct location. It's a location and, you know, orientation. And I would have this, you know, corner, and I'd have 2, you know, the same looking edge pieces here and a completely unsolved bar. I would quickly identify that, and I would hold it with a solved edge down here in the lower left with this kind of this looking, you know, solved edge piece and these unsolved centerpieces facing to the right, and I would perform it like this. Now, to set it up, I would show you that there's an X move involved. So with the yellow piece facing up, an X move is going to be rotating it just forward like that. So in this case, the blue would be up top. Again, it's when this corner piece is held like this, an X is going to be that, and an X prime is going to be like that. So doing an X move to set it up, I'm going to hold it like this, X, and now I'm going to start the algorithm facing like this. It's going to be R2, D2, down there, down at the bottom, R, U, R prime, D2, R, U prime, R, and it's going to be an X prime move. Obviously, it's already solved at this point, but I'm completing the process by showing you the solved edge here, or the solved puzzle. Okay, so holding it with the solved corner here, and the solved edge piece with the two unsolved corner, or the two similar corners facing backwards, you're going to hold it like this, and you're going to set it up with an X move. So it's going to be moving it forward. So X. Now the green is up top. In this case, might be different for you. So again, I'm just taking this where the yellow's up top, and I'm moving it forward. So now this is up top, yellow's back, white's in the front, and you're going to do this. You're going to go R prime, U, R prime, D2, R, U prime, R prime, D2, R2, X prime. And now it's all in place. So the last of the three algorithms are going to be where all of these edge pieces are completely solved, and you're going to have no similar, corner pieces at all around the entire cube. So let's say it's like this. You're going to notice real quickly that all of these are completely different, and all you're going to do is bring it to where all of these edges are in their proper placement. Now, holding it any side you want, so let's pick this side. Holding it like this with the yellow up top, you're going to set this move up with an X prime move, which is going to move it forward. So now yellow is in the front. In this case, green is up top. Again, it could be anything, so it could be orange up top. So as long as the yellow is facing you, any top works. So we'll do, X prime to set it up here with yellow in front. And we're going to do this. R, U prime, R prime, D, R, U, R prime, D prime, R, U, R prime, D, R, U prime, R prime, D prime, X. So now you're going to have this yellow facing up front, and now all the pieces are completely solved. All right, so the next 6 algorithms is going to be swap one set of adjacent corners. So essentially, you're going to look at this cube, and you're going to be looking at all your edges. So when I see this set up here, and these are completely scrambled up here, and these are completely scrambled up, so two completely just jumbled, sides in this configuration here, I always hold it to where it's this little solved 2-bar here, and again, the solved bar with the missing edge piece. So I hold it like this, and you're going to perform this algorithm. R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R, D, down there, R prime, U prime, R, D prime, R prime, U2, R prime, U prime. And now it's all completely solved. So this next is going to be slightly different, but the same kind of, I don't know, in my opinion, these are both pretty identifiable. Again, two completely scrambled up, no colors really go with each other on the back over here. And this, instead of being right here, it's the opposite. So now you have this where it was right here, and this is where it was right here, it just swapped. So holding it with, kind of in the same orientation where this is going to be over to the left, and the, solved, corner pieces with an unsolved centerpiece facing you. So again, this is to the left, and this is facing you, and all these random scrambled things are facing up in this direction. You're going to hold it just like this, and you're going to perform this algorithm. R prime, U2, R, U2 prime, R prime, F, R, U, R prime, U prime, oops, R prime, sorry, my finger got cut there, F prime, R2, U prime. And it's all solved there. Okay, so in this next algorithm, you're going to identify that you have a fully solved bar here. And these corner pieces are completely solved. And what you're going to want to be doing is just swapping this with this and this with this. So you're going to initially identify that this is going to go right there and this is going to go right here. So holding it with this bar facing you, and again, you'll understand that this, again, with practice, you'll be able to identify that this needs to go there and this needs to go there. You're just swapping these over. So you're going to hold it with the bar facing you, and you're going to perform this algorithm. R prime, U, L prime, U2, R, U prime, R prime, U2, R, L, U prime. And it's all going to be solved. So on to the next algorithm here. You're going to be identifying that you have, again, a fully solved bar right here. And you're going to be looking quickly to this corner here. And you're going to notice that these two pieces need to be swapped to here, and this needs to go down here. So identifying this configuration with this, in this case, with this solved bar to your left, you're going to be holding it like this and perform this algorithm. It's going to be R, U, R prime, F prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2, U prime, R prime, U prime. And it'll be completely solved. So in this next case, you're going to identify that you have this, again, these solved corners with an unsolved edge. Again, you'll start to pick up quick identifiers, and you'll notice that you have two solved pieces here and two solved there. And this is completely unsolved. So when you see this configuration, you're going to hold this piece to where these two, corner pieces with an unsolved edge is going to be to the left, and these two little solved bars are going to be facing forward to you. So holding it like this, you're going to perform this algorithm. R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime. And it'll be completely solved. All right, so in this last algorithm of this set of 6, you're going to notice that you have a fully solved bar right here. It can be any direction. But again, with this bar to the left here, you'll quickly identify that these need to be swapped like this and like this. So the blue needs to be here, and this corner piece needs to be right there. They're going to swap. So again, holding this, and what it'll look like to you is basically nothing here, nothing here, nothing here match. So holding the solved bar to your left, you're going to perform this algorithm. R prime, U prime, F prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U, R. And it'll be solved. So in this next set, it's going to be 4 different algorithms, and it's going to be swapping sets of diagonal corners. So in this case, I have one already set up here, and it's going to be, again, you're going to identify that you have this solved, set here, the 4 pieces in this corner. From that point, you're going to realize that you need to swap these pieces and these pieces. So this is going to go here, and this is going to go there, and this is going to go here, and this is going to go there. So again, what it'll look like to you is this little, this piece is all solved, and you're going to have nothing solved here and nothing solved there. Holding this corner piece directly in front of you to the far bottom left, right here, you're going to perform this algorithm, and it's going to involve a Y move. Now, the Y move is going to be, when you're holding the cube like this, a Y move is going to be to your left, and a Y prime move is going to be y prime to your right. So again, I believe I'm only going to be using y moves, so it's going to be just that, just to your left. So without further ado, it's going to be going r prime, u, r prime, u prime. Here comes the y move, y, r prime, f prime, r2, u prime, r prime, u, r prime, f, r, f. And it's all completely solved. So the next next case you're going to be identifying is going to be where you have, again, these solved pieces right there and also right here. Nothing's connecting, but what you're going to want to be doing is swapping these corners out here and swapping these pieces out right there. So this corner is going to be going right there and vice versa, and you're going to be swapping these out with each other. So what you're going to want to do is hold it to where this piece and this piece, these solved two pieces, are like that, and you're going to swap these corners. This unsolved corner here to your bottom right, you're going to be holding it like this, and you're going to go F, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R, F prime, and it'll be solved. Okay, so this next algorithm you're going to identify is you're going to have basically partially solved pieces along each bar. And so what you're going to want to do is pick a side that has a solved partial solved bar with its corresponding edge. It should be corresponding like that. So this and this, or this and this. And you're going to identify it by, it's going to be swapping these two right here, and it's going to be swapping these two right there. So holding it with one solved bar, kind of like this, with the edges need to be like this. So partial solved edge here with its corresponding center, and these solving that are crossing this way. Hold it like that, and this is a very long algorithm, and for whatever reason this took me forever to memorize. But it's going to be R, U, R prime, U, R, U, R prime, F prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2, U prime, R prime, U2, R, U prime, R prime. And it's all solved. And the last algorithm in this set is fairly similar to where you're going to see that you have all of these pieces are looking the same, where you have like kind of two of each. Only difference is that unlike it being kind of solved here and here, it's going to be solved here and here, and vice versa. So essentially, instead of crossing it like that, it's going to be going this way and this way. So these are going to be the same each time going that way. But you're going to be wanting to swap these two pieces right there. So holding it with a solved bar facing you with a corresponding center, and knowing that these pieces need to be going diagonal like that, you're going to want to perform this algorithm. R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime, U prime, F, R, U, R prime, F, R prime, F prime, R, U, R. And then it's solved. So the last four algorithms that you're going to want to do and identify is the G perms. So in this case, you're going to notice that you have a two kind of solved, and it's going to and you're going to be looking for the two corner pieces and an unsolved edge. So these next four are going to be basically variations of this and this in various positions. So in this case, unsolved in all randoms on the sides here, partially solved bar, and the two corners that are solved, an unsolved edge piece. You're going to hold it like this and do the following algorithm. F prime, U prime, F, R2. Now here's the trick. It's going to be a lowercase u, which is going to be the two pieces right here. So it's going to be lowercase u, R prime, U, R, U prime, R, lowercase u, so doing both, R2, and that it solves. So in the next set, our next algorithm you're going to identify is the same thing where you have the two partially solved pieces right here. And here's where kind of the corner pieces are the same with an unsolved centerpiece. All garbage, all garbage. So knowing that this is right here and these two are in the far right corner here, you're going to hold it with this facing forward. These two right here, in the unsolved center, the little headlights facing left, and you're going to perform this algorithm: R2, U, R prime, U, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R2, D, U prime, R prime, U, R, D prime, U, and then it's solved. All right, this next case, you're going to notice that you have again the two partially solved edges here, or little pieces, and the headlights on this side. So unlike the other ones where you notice that it's going to be these pieces right there and these pieces in the back, it's going to be kind of the opposite, where they're on this side. So when you see this case, you're going to want to hold these headlights to the left. These pieces are actually going to be held to the right, and all this unsolved, jumbled stuff is going to be down facing below you. Holding it like this, you're going to do D prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, D, R2, U prime, R, U prime, R prime, U, R prime, U, R2, U. And it'll be completely solved. All right, so last but not least, you're going to, again, identify the two two partially solved edge with the headlights. In this case, it's going to be to the far left, and the headlights are over here. So when you see this, you're going to want to flip it around so the headlights are back here, and these two edges are facing to the far back right. All these little randos right here in the front. When you see this, you're going to want to perform this algorithm: R2, U prime, R, U prime, R, U, R prime, U, R2, D prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, D, U prime. And it's completely solved. Right, so I hope this gave you some insight on how to solve the last layer in PLL. I would say I was probably memorizing an algorithm probably two every single day. So I kind of tackled two algorithms, practiced them nonstop each day. I still struggle with quickly identifying them, but I'm getting much faster. I'm going to be releasing an F2L video fairly soon. Once I release all that, I'll start doing some time trials. I really want to show you, kind of my speed and how it's improved. But I really want to get all these videos out first, just to kind of show you the fundamentals, so you can kind of practice along with me. So definitely hope you enjoyed this. I hope it's informative. I definitely hope you guys all improve, guys and gals. Hope you all improve. Don't want to seclude the ladies out there. So with that said, again, I hope you enjoyed this video. So please subscribe if you haven't. Definitely comment down below if you have any questions. So until next time, happy cubing. Boom.